So when it comes to the subject of motivation, everybody these days is talking about motivation. It's kind of a trend. It's wild on social media. Motivation this, motivation that. You must do this to be motivated. You got people screaming at you on the screen to motivate you. You must do this. It's your only chance. This, that, and the other. And that's all well and good to kind of get someone off their seat and to do something within that second. And people they might listen to it and feel kind of pumped up and like, yeah, great. But it's not self motivation. So it's not that bit that you have access to. If you have to log into someone's Facebook or TikTok or whatever social media and look for a bit of oomph from someone else, then there's something wrong there. You need to be able to pull on your own motivation. There needs to be this dialect in your head that goes, get up and do something. This is for you. And what you need for that is you need some self-esteem, you need some self-worth. You need to have your purpose set in your head. You need to know why you're doing things. If you don't know why you're doing things, you're not going to bother. And you're going to need people to shout at you to get up and, I don't know, make your bed. Or do them small things that you can motivate yourself to do. Any person in this world today can get up and be motivated enough to do bits for yourself. But you have to want to. And that's where the self-worth comes in. You have to like yourself a little bit. You have to be able to talk to yourself properly within your head. And say, come on, you're worth getting up and doing that today. You want to chase that goal? You need to do some things to do that today. Sitting here is not going to do that for you. So that dialect in your head, it has to be nice. It has to be good. It has to be motivational. Motivational is build the chemicals up in your system that allow you to kind of activate the power in you to be able to go out and do some action instead of just sat there thinking about it and thinking of all the reasons why not to go and do it. And there's quite a few reasons why people don't find the motivation within themselves. I've mentioned self-worth, that inner dialect as well. That inner dialect comes from your past. It comes from growing up around an environment where people didn't push you, where people gave you messages of you're stupid, you're not going to make anything of yourself. Oh, come on, it's not that much effort. Then put down messages that we all got when we were younger, and if they settled in and become an habitual bit in your head, where when now you do something that they deemed stupid, you now tell yourself they're stupid too. So it's about recognizing that and realizing that their messages aren't the messages you should be telling yourself. So what you can do is to form motivation or be able to capture motivation and be able to use it when you want is a process. It's a process of finding out who you are, how you speak to yourself at the moment. You do that with another person. You can do that with me. Obviously, I run Jack Chat. It's a place where you can come and sit and find out who you are, understand your character, understand what goes on in your brain, where these messages come from, for example. So you can sit down with me. We can work out some of the kind of inner dialect, what goes on for you when you're trying to push yourself or when you're trying to affirm yourself. Are they negative interactions with yourself? Or are they ones of nurture and support that they could be? Because if they are that, then you're going to be able to motivate yourself. You're going to be able to, when things are tough, go, it's okay. Things get tough sometimes. I'm going to push through this moment. I know what's on the other side, success. So I'm not going to fall down. I'm not going to allow this to beat me. Come on, you're a great human being. That kind of stuff that you can tell yourself. And to a lot of people these days, and I hear that bit feels almost like, oh, I can't do that. I can't tell myself, oh no, yeah, no way. It's almost repulsive to be able to talk to yourself nicely. And what backs that up is this social media bit where everybody's going, oh, come on, get up, you pussy. You need to do this. You need to do that. Rah, 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 rah. Get lots of rah, rah. And it's like, that's not how you learn to be motivational. That's how you become dependent on someone else to be motivated. But they're not teaching that bit. And we're also talking about another strand of this is discipline. So discipline is something that's habitual over a period of time, and you don't have to want to do it. You do it because you know you have to. And after a time, you just continue doing it. And it's very similar to the inner dialect. The negative stuff that you've done over years and years and years that was inputted in you by negative parenting, looking up to someone and then them talking to you the way that they did to get you to do something. calling you stupid is a great one, because I hear a lot of people say that. Oh, I call myself stupid. Oh, you stupid idiot. Why'd you do that? It's come from somewhere. So you practice that time and time again, and then it becomes habitual that you don't even realize you say it to yourself now. So it's the same with discipline. It's doing an action continuously, so that you just continue doing it without them thinking about it. That's where discipline comes in. So it's matched up with the inner dialect and the motivation. You need to be in control of your own motivation. You do that by changing what goes on in your head and how you talk to yourself. And then when you've got access to your motivation, you can then push yourself to do the tasks that you need to do for you, and then you continue them repetitively, and then you create discipline. So there's a route that you do there. There's a process that I go on with people that come to Jack Chat and sit down and do the one-to-ones weekly with me. It's about creating a different frame of mind, and stop listening to this bullshit about being motivated. Stop going to people to be motivated. Start looking at yourself, and you can do that with myself. Come and have a chat with me, and let's get you the tools to be able to motivate yourself, so you don't need to rely on other people.